Amy Wong's worst relationships in Futurama. Amy Wong, the fashion-forward, wealthy college graduate who somehow always ends up tangled in the most bizarre and emotionally complex relationships. Here are Amy's relationship disasters, one after another. Kif gets knocked up a notch. Season 4, Episode 1. Let's start with one of the most ridiculous. This episode starts with Amy Wong feeling frustrated with her long-distance relationship with Kif Croker. She wants more time with him, and it's clear that she's growing impatient.
Oh dearest, this long-distance relationship is too much to bear.
So what does she do? She sneaks onto the Planet Express ship, heading straight for the Nimbus to see Kif. But little does Amy know, things are about to get way more complicated. Kif asks her to move in with him, but she hesitates, unsure of what she wants. She clearly doesn't want a long-distance relationship, but at the same time, she's not ready to take the next step with Kif either. Classic Amy. Caught between two extremes, never quite sure of what she actually wants. Well, in an attempt to impress Amy, Kif tries to show her the Hollow Shed, where he envisions a future together. But as things often go in Futurama, the Hollow Shed malfunctions and brings the holograms to life. Chaos quickly follows, and Zap Brannigan, in his usual awkward way, accidentally blasts a hole in the ship, sending everything into complete disarray. But that's just the start of Amy's problems. The plot takes an even wilder turn when their doctor drops a bombshell. Kif is pregnant.
Everyone appears fine.
Phew.
Oh, and Kif is pregnant.
Yep, you heard that right. Kif is pregnant. We all thought Kif was male, but as it turns out, his species has a completely different way of reproducing.
Yeah, what's the deal? Just when I thought I'd figured out you biological creatures, it's something else. Let me at him!
It's not your typical male-female dynamic, and now Amy is suddenly wrapped up in a situation she didn't see coming. Well, here's another twist. Kif himself isn't even sure if he's pregnant with Amy's child, or bizarrely, a toilet seat.
Well, I suppose I might have gotten pregnant that way, or even from a toilet seat.
It's a massive shock to Amy, leaving her completely stunned and unsure how to process the news. But wait, the surprises keep coming. After a DNA test, it's revealed that Leela is the mother. But don't get the wrong idea. No, this doesn't mean there was some hidden romance between Kif and Leela. It's just the bizarre way Kif's species reproduces. Strange, right? As Kif's pregnancy continues, Amy finds herself in an emotional whirlwind. She's overwhelmed and unsure of what to do. She's definitely not ready to become a mother, and Kif's culture makes the whole situation even more confusing. But despite the confusion and stress, Amy sticks by Kif's side, trying her best to deal with the unexpected changes in their relationship. On top of all this, Amy's parents are thrilled about the whole situation, which only adds to the pressure Amy feels from everyone around her. The big moment of the episode comes when Kif gives birth to tiny, tadpole-like babies. As strange as it sounds, it's the moment Amy starts to feel a little better about everything. She realizes she doesn't have to worry about becoming a mother right away, as the babies will stay in their aquatic form for 20 more years before they can even live on land. This offers her a bit of relief, but the whole situation still leaves her with a lot to think about. This is undoubtedly one of Amy's worst relationships. This episode is a wild mix of humor, awkwardness, and drama, with Amy caught in the middle of it all, trying to figure out where her relationship with Kif will go next. Put Your Head on My Shoulders, Season 2, Episode 7. Ah, young love, or in Amy Wong's case, young love that ends with a man literally grafted to her shoulder. It begins innocently. Amy and Fry are both single. It's almost Valentine's Day, and they start spending time together. Amy sees it as casual fun, a no-pressure connection. Fry goes along with it, enjoying the attention and the ease of it all. But the moment Amy suggests something slightly more serious, Fry panics. He's not ready for anything that even hints at commitment, and instead of having a direct conversation, he begins pulling away emotionally. Before they can resolve anything, Fry ends up in a tragic hovercar accident. His body is destroyed, and the only way to keep him alive is to surgically attach his head to Amy's shoulder. Suddenly, Amy is stuck with a guy who can't leave, can't give her space, and is now physically fused to her day-to-day life.
Well, Amy, I'll try not to interfere with your life too much.
Fry?
Oh, sorry. I guess I control that arm.
It's a surreal setup that only Futurama could deliver, but beneath the absurdity is real tension. Despite sharing a body, Fry still can't have an honest conversation. While Amy goes about her life, taking the situation in stride, Fry decides it's time to end things. And he does it in the most emotionally clumsy way possible.
Amy, I really like you as a friend, but I think we're spending too much time together.
You're breaking up with me?
He breaks up with her while literally sitting on her shoulder, announcing it casually as if it were a minor inconvenience rather than a painful rejection. There's no privacy, no tact, and no regard for her feelings. Amy is composed, but clearly hurt. She had shown kindness, patience, and maturity, and was repaid with distance, avoidance, and then a shoulder-mounted breakup. What makes this one of Amy's worst relationships is not the strangeness of the surgery or short time they were together. It's the way Fry handled everything. His emotional immaturity, his fear of closeness, and his complete lack of empathy made the experience demeaning. Amy deserved better than to be a stepping stone in someone else's fear of commitment. She wanted something genuine. Fry gave her a breakup and a neck cramp. This wasn't just a bad match, it was a lesson. Amy doesn't need someone who runs away from feelings. She needs someone who shows up, emotionally and ideally not surgically attached. Proposition Infinity, Season 6, Episode 4. What happens when a human falls in love with a robot? In Futurama, it causes a huge mess. For Amy, it becomes one of the most awkward and difficult relationships she's ever had. It starts when Amy breaks up with Kif, her on-again, off-again boyfriend. Feeling lonely and frustrated, she spends time with Bender. After a night out, Amy and Bender hook up. Now Amy, a human, and Bender, a robot, are dating. In the world of Futurama, this is a huge deal. Robosexual relationships are not accepted by society. They are both very proud of it, without realizing that it's far more complicated than they expected. Amy decides to introduce Bender to her parents, but things go terribly wrong. Her conservative Martian family is shocked and angry, and they demand that she end the relationship right away. But Amy and Bender don't back down. They decide to take their relationship public and even fight to make robosexual marriage legal. They start a campaign called Proposition Infinity to get the law changed so they can be married. The whole situation gets messy. They face protests and public hate. Even Professor Farnsworth, who hates robots, speaks out against them. His dislike for robots comes from his own past, where his robot girlfriend cheated on him. After facing his past, Farnsworth changes sides and supports Amy and Bender's campaign. But the damage is already done, and Amy and Bender's relationship is in a much worse place. The story ends with a vote on whether robosexual marriage should be legalized. In the end, the law passes, and robosexual marriage is legal. But just when you think Amy and Bender will get married, they both decide to walk away from their relationship. They go back to their original partners, realizing that while their relationship was full of drama and chaos, it wasn't what they truly wanted. This episode shows how tough Amy's relationship with Bender was. It wasn't just about love, it was about fighting for something that wasn't accepted by society. Amy was stuck in a relationship that caused her emotional stress, family problems, and a lot of confusion. Even though they fought for their relationship, it turned out to be Amy's worst one yet, full of emotional ups and downs that she couldn't handle in the end. Rebirth, Season 6, Episode 1. After the Planet Express ship explodes in a space accident, Professor Farnsworth uses backup clones to bring the crew back to life. While most of the crew returns to normal, Amy is left emotionally shaken and lost. Struggling with trauma and instability, she begins acting in ways that are completely out of character. During this time of emotional confusion, Amy makes a decision that she immediately regrets. She hooks up with Zap Brannigan, the smug, self-absorbed space captain who can't seem to understand women and constantly treats them like prizes. This unexpected relationship comes as a shock because Amy, who usually has better judgment, has always been more thoughtful in her romantic choices. In the past, she had some kind of emotional connection with Kif, or at least a humorous twist with Fry or Bender. But with Zap, there's nothing. No connection, no humor, and certainly no reason. It's simply a mistake, born out of emotional stress and bad timing. Zap, however, quickly assumes that Amy is in love with him. He imagines a future together, speaks publicly about their night, and continues to act as though they're a couple. Amy is horrified by this. She regrets everything almost instantly. She tries to move on, but Zap refuses to accept the truth, making the entire situation worse. His behavior becomes unbearable. He's delusional, clingy, and completely blind to Amy's discomfort. What makes this Amy's worst relationship is how empty and one-sided it is. Amy never had any real feelings for Zap. She wasn't attracted to him at all. She was simply lost in the moment, and Zap took full advantage of that. Unlike her previous romantic entanglements, there's no romance and absolutely nothing positive that comes out of the experience. In fact, Amy seems desperate to erase this mistake from her memory as soon as possible. Zap's constant exaggerations only make matters worse, piling on more awkwardness for Amy. So there you have it. Amy Wong's journey through the most bizarre and emotionally complicated relationships in Futurama. From the chaos of alien pregnancies to the strange drama with a robot, Amy's love life has been full of unexpected twists. Yet somehow, we can't help but root for her as she navigates each disaster. Think Amy deserves better in her relationships? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you've got your own favorite Amy romance gone wrong, hit like, share with your fellow Futurama fans, and subscribe for more deep dives into the craziest cartoon relationships.